What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chef, back again. Just giving y'all some new, insightful stuff. This joint I'm about to read off is actually entitled "People to People." It's something that I actually wrote around this time, about a year ago. Um, just going through some things, I was just really learning, who I was in God. You know what I'm saying? Just learning to really appreciate, the fact that God saved me, and this is just something, sort of dedicated to Him, and in thankfulness. So, like I said, it's entitled "People to People," and it's a lot of different metaphors, and you got to be somewhat well-rounded, to catch on to all the metaphors. But just vibe with me for a second. All right. So much ice, I be skating like Crosby. I'm next to the cash like Johnny. Got a squad full of Seminoles, Bobby Bowden. Haters in my rear view, I call them Cal Naughton. Clutching any situation, I be Jerry West ballin'. Forcing game sevens like Kobe Bryant out of Boston. Bread real long, swagger thick like Robin. Red, white, and blue cars garage looking like Tommy Hilfiger. But am I wrong to paint the picture if my life were a broken fixture? Steady chasing the paper, mind constantly on the paper, or maybe even a wifey, my own personal Jada. I need a woman with some rank, yeah, something like Sarah Palin. Check it. Sometimes it gets dark and I see what Ray had to go through. Ask Whitney, even your loved ones ain't always there to hold you. It's all good when they on my TIP and big is popping. Spending more than what I make. Now that's Cassidy, a problem. Listen, metaphors and similes decorate my rhymes like Genevieve. Topics may waver, but the talent remains like history. Striving for my vernacular to be more like a pericope and possibly create the next Thomas Dexter ministry. This is me, no shadow. The lights on. I come to you openly. Let me remove your blindfold. Though I tried to trick your mind like Chris Angel, I never fooled my father by my behavior. It gets stranger and stranger as these words hit this paper. I'm feeling tense like a bookie in a Super Bowl wager. Consistently scripting compositions Anita Baker so I can mentally and spiritually feed you like Hosea. You see, I had to take my life and flip it over. Mr. Al Lapin, the late night caking that would have led to masturbation, the daily waking and baking, burning blunts the size of Nathan's in need of a restoration deeper than Obama's changing. Yes, we can. That's what I keep telling the people, but it's hard for them to believe you when the night before you were drunk and they seen you. Lies from my mouth saying it's the Bible that I cling to, and Satan's laughing till he's got no air. Like Jordan Sparks' single, if you ask me how to get to God, well, I could only point the way but couldn't show you, so I was acting Sidney Poitier. Bad thing was, laughing does help a broken heart, but even God needed a healing because I'd sliced him open razor sharp. He'd hand me a task and rarely did I play my part. The thin line between love and hate, I was two different people like Ashley and Mary Kate. Tell Denzel there's no need for debate, especially with God judging the case. Check it. I was guilty of pride and malice, yep. A waste of talents, yep. Biblical imbalance, the eyes and hands of a thief, I had him. A soul gentle and meek, I lacked it. Commander in chief, I would never let him be. My soul was lost at sea with no captain. I used God as a spare tire when mine flattened. A divine plan for me, I couldn't fathom, I couldn't grasp it. I was often facing life malfunctions like Justin and Janet Jackson. Honestly, I had X'd the man out. Hugh Jackman, new tactics with a new passion, in search of something greener, the same color as St. Patrick. Ironically, I used to have a weed man from New Orleans named Patrick. You get it? Back to the facts. As I came before the judge with my throat dry, I saw from my eyes a group full of criticizers, and behind them were some despisers and antagonizers, all seated on the courtroom on the same side. But on the other side was one man holding it down on the block by himself. No pillowcase, no LOL. No, really, no LOL. Because I was headed to hell with no bail. I had a list of sins as long as Neo's coattail. And I was sure that this man couldn't help me and would say, oh well. Well, as a voice read the crimes, I thought of the potential that I would leave behind. Thrown into the lake of fire, I was next in line. Then they asked if I had anyone to testify. I thought to myself, and then I said, no sir, I don't. But no sooner than I spoke, that one gentleman, he coughed aloud and rose. He said, I will represent him. The bailiff asked, who was he? And I was floored at what he said real quick. Listen, I am the one that love will through thick and thin. The same one that forgives sin. It was my blood that cleansed him. Y'all know Jimi Hendrix, but I knew Little Jim. For I created every note placed in every hymn. I'm the first and the last, the greatest that ever was, the greatest to ever be, i.e. 23. But even he needed me, for I provided every ring. I gave renaissance to all men despite the failures that they achieved. The greatest leaders you ever knew: Einstein, Aristotle, MLK, Mandela. For some it's Tony Montana, for others it might be Hitler, for some it might be Jigga, but all of them would be lost without my blood for their redemption. Listen, the road I chose, it wasn't simple, and I lived a life that was scentless. I got scars to show my love. I freely gave without interest, and I'll be back like Schwarzenegger to get my church and make her my empress. And I got people up in heaven now who come down and be my witness. This is why I stand before you, cause I fight for Will with all I've got. Yeah, he messed up, but I chose him for a special reason. New laws, I paid the price. His time is served with no sequel, for he's my ambassador, people to people. Yeah, so that's it right there, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. Like I said, I got some new stuff coming, but that joint was just like on my heart, like heavy, man, like on my heart heavy. So I just wanted to like record it, just so people could watch it. Just I hope you were inspired by it. That's all that really matters. I hope you got something from it. And those of you who are into the arts, man, just hit me up. Like I said, it's a new ministry coming out of Spirit and Truth. I told y'all last time, man. Scripted. Shout out to my boy Denzel, Mike, my girl Jamesy, everybody over there at Scripted. Spirit and Truth Worship Center, man. We here. If you're into the arts, hit us up. Peace.